I love it.
That's well
Thank you
done,
for that.
man. Yeah,
That's
that was
going at the
actually
end of the year award.
Christmas came early for everybody. Apparently, that was good.
Tonight.
I'll run at a kid and be like, try to chop me.
I love the
I fight
challenge.
with kids all the time, and they try to hit me with
They're
baseball
shooting
bats.
teachers now. I wouldn't test them.
I run
this is a
close,
little crazy.
and then when they try to chop me, the swing, that's like, I dodge the swing, I juke the swing. I do this with my sons. They have weapons, and they try to hit me. They try to hit me, and I dodge it.
That upper body
and then I
strength.
grab them.
This is a great opportunity to showcase some skills and like just put on a clinic.
I would rather you did it.
Well,
I'm
And then
gonna
I hit 'em in the head with
piggyback on what Sam's saying. No offense to them, but your boys. I mean, I think part of the enjoyment you get out of fighting your sons is that maybe they go easy on you.
I see who's me.
I think you're watching the new Milan. I don't want to watch any of that. I want to do work. And I'm like,
oh my God.
So I was fucking around with Andrea. I was like, is this your kid? She's like, we're already behind because of COVID. I have to catch up. Give me all the bucks. I gotta totally cram.
That's how you become successful. You have that inner grind, that inner motor.
She did say that.
I don't have that.
She went to
Oh, really? Are you telling us that? I like how Travis is telling us like
we don't know.
I don't have the old worksheet. No shit! No shit!
You scared Travis, by the way.
Yeah, you did.
I'm watching the Olympics when Stephen Hawking's like, I can't run like that. I'm like, no shit, Hawkins! Don't even tell me.
Oh no, he's dying. Hold on. Oh God, it's all over you.
They get all these Koreans and they play kids games, but they kill them if they lose. Like they're playing red light, green light in the very first trailer.
Damn.
And the first guy kind of twitches when they says red light and they shoot him. And then everyone starts freaking out and they start shooting everybody. But it's for like millions of dollars. And every time a person dies, they make the pot even bigger because each person's worth a certain amount of money.
무화꽃이 피었습니다입니다.
그 옛날에 어릴 때 하던 거 말이야?
Yeah, but you're saying kill them, but that's obviously just they're pretending, like when the float...
No. They straight up shoot these people, or like in the tug of war in the trailer, they drop them off like a high tower.
So you're saying they murder people?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, it's like Hunger Games, is what he said.
But so this is a fake show?
Yes.
Okay, well that's what...
Oh, you thought it was a reality TV series?
Well, he didn't explain.
Unprepared.
Well, okay, all right.
So, like, basically, it's,
I'll make it for now.
And the Rockets. Uh-oh. I'll make up for it now.
Is TD Bank a credit union?
It's a bank. It's literally in the name.
Oh, God damn it. I thought, like, bank and credit union were interchangeable.
We literally just talked about the difference between
I thought
credit
you did-
unions and banks, and
Yeah,
you
but...
thought they were interchangeable.
Well, I thought you could basically call yourself a bank and be a credit union.
Call
Same.
yourself a medical office. Same as a podcast,
You're
I guess.
holding your money, and then you get a little card, and then they debit or credit your money. Banks aren't that impressive.
Okay. All right.
she has tracked down the area that Caesar came from, and now we are on a list to purchase a dog from the same area, and damned if the dogs don't look, I swear to God, to the belly, to the paw, to the height, to the nose length, to everything, exactly like our old dog.
Oh, that's one
Good
step
morning,
below
everybody.
Whitney,
Hey.
Liza Minnelli.
Hey. All right. Good morning, folks. I'm turning everything on. We got a guest, but you didn't see him. He just dipped right out of the camera. He's too fast. Good morning, Robert. Let me give you guys some love and warm up the old pipes. They're getting better every day. Big Doug, Shell. Hello, Shell. Keyed Up BDM, thank you for the voicemail, buddy. Just Jen, Duncan, everybody in here, like Kupo, I love you guys. You could all leave voicemails. Kendall, EJ, what up, buddy? How you doing? Robert, that's the second. Good day. You get Frog and Molly, Kendall. Did I get everybody? Ricky, SJ, Just Jen. Well, Shiva, hey, everybody's here. Shred Bear, Ghost of Manute Bull's in here. We got a lot of people here. Welcome, everybody. Thanks for being here. All right. Let me turn on our guest microphone and get his camera looking tidy. There he is.
Good morning there, everybody. My name is Andrew Grant. Pleasure to meet y'all.
This is Andrew, and he's going to be doing one of the weirdest. Is this a, yeah, this is a weird job, right?
Yep. Yeah.
No, you guys have way weirder jobs. Deep sea diver guy was crazy.
He went, well, he was
a saturation diver.
Yeah.
Or I guess he was the opposite of crazy, right?
Yeah.
You could make that argument that he's like the most non-crazy person.
I want to get a garbage man. We've never interviewed.
I could
a
probably get
garbage
mine.
Man.
My guys they know me and Andrea, and they're very nice. I mean, they work a lot though.
Well,
You want me to ask them?
Yeah.
I'll ask them. Yeah, because we're gonna be tipping them out at Christmas anyway, right?
Yeah.
When I walk their beer and gift cards down, I'll just be like, "Hey, this is a strange request. Will you be on my radio show?"
Yeah.
I bet they do it. All right. Would you like to begin, Tom?
Sure.
All right, buddy. I'm gonna go with the old school regular. Here we go. In 3, 2.
Welcome to A Corporate Time with Tom and Dan. I'm Tom.
I am Dan. We are live on Twitch and YouTube. If you like watching podcasts, well, ours is a video component. You can just go to YouTube or Twitch, just hammer that subscribe button, and you can watch us every Monday through Friday.
And speaking of subscribing, we have a subscription service called BDMs.
Yes.
A lot of you are familiar with it.
Our most loyal listeners, the people that have been with us for a very, very long time. They get extra shows, private parties.
We do a BDM Appreciation Week coming up in April 2025. We're already planning the party, planning the shirts.
I got to email our entertainment, make sure she's still on board.
Yeah. We're looking to expand the Appreciation Week, add in some bigger, grander prizes for BDMs.
And we're going to make it a month. It'll be 3 weeks, almost a month, like right under a month, 3 weeks long.
Now, so far, it hasn't worked getting any new BDMs.
We lose them because
they get
what
mad.
happens is, and I'll tell our guests, what happens is we remind them that they're still subscribed, and then they go, oh, I need to cancel that. And then they cancel it. So,
it would probably be best if we never talked about it.
Be quiet.
But where you don't do that.
You know what? Planet Fitness has it right because they don't talk about it, but they also reward you with a small silent tube of Tootsie Rolls as you walk into the bathroom. It's right there in the center.
Let's do some Weird Job.
All right, buddy. Weird Job Wednesday. The OG is on deck. Oh, is it not going to play? Uh-oh.
No,
I gave it the big dramatic thing, too. Yeah, I did. Well, it's not going to work. Hold on. I can do this. Let's do it. Let's go into Suno.
Okay, that's right.
I will not be defeated. I'm going to go into Suno, and I'm going to hammer a Weird Job song just like that. Watch this, buddy. I'm not going to let this thing beat me, this stupid
Weird
computer.
Job. You could add Pinball in there.
I might
Andrew's name.
I might be able to do that. Yeah, let me go in here and see what I got.
My favorite is when you guys take calls and it goes beep. I'm like, oh man.
Yeah, we do a lot. Andrew, thank you. We do a lot of that.
I didn't realize.
Don't bring it up, Andrew.
What are you doing, Andrew?
I didn't realize that was a mistake until you actually said it. I just thought it was the way.
Always, everything we do is a mistake. I'm going through all my songs. I got all these stupid songs that I can't. You got Jeff Bagel Run in here. I've got Cappy Subs in here.
See, I bet the listener they can't be making the same mistake over and over for 15 years, but we can. We can, Andrew.
Yeah.
And we can continue to do it.
We're going to do no
No, you can't do it. Oh, God. Tom wanted to do a bit.
He called it
Weird
Job Wednesday. Dan really liked it. Tom said that's bull. Another Weird Job Wednesday. What are you doing? What is your job? Are you neat? Are you tidy? Or are you a fat slob? Do you make lots of money and you sit up in your tower looking down on other people who working by the hour? It's Weird Job Wednesday. Just another Weird Job Wednesday. Oh, yes, it's Weird Job Wednesday. Just another Weird Job Wednesday. Thank you, Dom.
All right.
There we go.
Well, I feel like it's my birthday now.
Yeah, you
got
like that was a first. We've never done that. I have no business
kidding.
doing that because I'm losing my voice.
Yes.
Ladies and gentlemen, for Weird Job Wednesday, sitting on the couch, it is our friend Andrew.
Yes, from the Pinball Dudes, a new
Yes.
sponsor of ours.
Yes.
You know what I like? That we have some like bigger sponsors, like a Jeff's Bagel Run.
We do.
Right? And they have, have dozens and dozens of locations at this point.
Locations
expanding
everywhere.
fast.
Georgia, North Carolina. It's,
Yeah,
it's
yeah, yeah.
happening right up the East Coast.
Yeah.
We need to buy one. I'm putting that out there. We need to buy one, but we don't have enough money.
Yeah.
But we need to buy one.
Don't put it out there then.
I want to buy one so bad.
I know.
Because these things, I'd put it right next to DeLand. I put it in DeLand, but I think somebody already took my idea. There's one coming to DeLand.
If we bought
and they
one,
took my idea.
We'd have to hire employees, and I'm bad at that. I don't know if you know that. I don't know if you know I'm bad at hiring employees.
And you know what's worse than you being bad at hiring employees? I'm really good at ignoring them
and
not caring what's happening to the company.
But I digress. We have bigger sponsors, and then we have more small business sponsors, which I really like as well. And Andrew and the Pinball Dudes is a small business all dedicated to pinball, which is a fascinating industry.
It's back, baby.
And, of course, Andrew came by last week, dropped off a pinball machine in our
again
studio.
for that, dude.
That was my pleasure.
We really, really appreciate. Like, you have really screwed up my productivity in this. Oh man, that is fun.
It's a major distraction.
Yeah, it is and Ross McCoy putting it out there right now. He is straight addicted to it. He asked me if he could come in early on the Friday Free Show. I expect to see him at 9 a.m. He's going to play pinball all the way to the Friday Free Show.
Oh, that's awesome.
So before we start, I will say that I've been analyzing the pinball machine for the past week since we've had it.
Yeah.
And
have you seen all the smiles on my face?
No. And it really is a piece of art. It's a furniture piece in your house, your studio, your business, and it represents a feeling of not only like opulence, which is weird because it's just like, it's fancy.
Yeah, it is. Fancy is the first word
it's
I thought. It's
retro.
When he sent me the picture of it in the studio, I go, oh my God, we're fancy. We're like a fancy studio now.
And represents the you like fun. Right?
It does.
It gives the feeling of fun.
Yes.
And which I didn't expect.
But it's also business fun because I feel like it's organized. Like the pinball machine it's completely. I love how it's almost like a watch in how mechanical it is.
Yeah. They call it a world under glass.
Yeah. Oh, I love that. That's like scuba diving. It's a different world down there. This is a world under glass.
Yeah.
It's kind of like reading a book. Like you kind of get lost inside of it, and especially if you're like really crushing it, and then you just advance through the game.
I did go into a flow state. Like I am the grand champion currently because you reset it. Let's not, let's be honest. I wouldn't be, but I'm the grand champion on that machine. I got into a flow state. I had 5 balls. Mothra came out. All the different Godzilla monsters were all 5. I moved from Tokyo to New York City. I'm destroying all the bridges. I'm shooting all the aliens. I got into a flow state where I didn't know where I was. Like I literally started meditating.
Yeah, there's all kinds of fun stuff. You can watch YouTube videos on how to like really get through the game and get like strategies and such. But it's just fun to explore and figure it out for yourself too.
Secret combos. I got that too. I'm the king of secret combos. I got 4 secret combos, Tom.
So Andrew, let's talk about the Pinball Dudes. So how'd you get into pinball machines to begin with?
Let's see. Really, it started. I just want to say hi to my wife and daughter, Allison and
what's
Rose.
Up, guys? Oh, that's sweet.
So,
what's up, Rose?
So let's just talk. Andrew's been listening to Daniel for 25 goddamn years.
I'm giving you a fist bump.
Yeah.
Boom. I appreciate that.
I remember Mandy and you guys.
Dude, I talk to Mandy all the time. Would it surprise you that she is a conservative Colorado talk show host?
Oh, nice. That's
like,
awesome.
I mean, Trump's America.
All right.
Oh, yeah.
We should get her on the show.
Oh, absolutely. Anytime we want.
find your niche, and then
and
go
ride
for
it to death, 100%.
Yeah, there's some money in that.
Oh, my God.
I think I think we could do a sister show.
Yeah, she's doing just fine.
And we can sell some emergency supplies.
Oh,
There's a whole thing about
Tom
it.
and Dad, get your horned helmets.
Like a little emergency bucket, like a survival bucket,
100%.
like survival gels and all that nonsense.
Macaroni cheese.
Yeah,
That's 55 meals in there.
They last forever. That's
they
the
do.
that's the
they
business.
do last forever.
Anyway, sorry.
Nothing I would love more is with every pinball machine sold, we give you a free bucket of emergency rations. 55 meals, bro. 55 meals in that bucket.
So how'd you get into the pinball business?
Basically, I used to be a tournament player for about 5 years. So about 8 years ago, I started playing tournaments.
Okay, a tournament pinball player.
Yeah, I started, just locally, cut my teeth at a place called Buck's Tobacco-ria in Merritt Island. Yeah, that's a cool place. That's a head shop with the owner has 10 machines out front, and that's how I got into them.
So did you kind of get into this like later? Like this wasn't like
I only started playing about like me and my wife when we went on our honeymoon in the Poconos.
Nice.
They had a machine in the arcade, and I played it a little bit, and I got into it, and that became a passion.
Yeah, I think I might have that gene, because what it does for me, and you'll know this because you've spent a lot of time in casinos with me.
Oh, yeah.
It gives me my slot machine. It gives me what I want from the slot machine, but there's skill involved, right? So it's the perfect slot machine, dude. It's so rewarding, and it's mechanical, unlike my Xbox. Look, I'm a video game guy. I'm going to apologize to you right now that I did not give pinball a fair shake. As a 48-year-old man, I didn't give pinball a fair shake. I was always Xbox playing.
Digital.
How often do I play Madden? Like what, every day to calm down or something? In the afternoon, I'll knock out a game? I like the pinball better because of how
mechanical it is.
Right. I like the machine aspect. I like the fact that the thing is binging and banging.
It's a metal ball that's rolling.
And it's things are moving in there. It's not, I don't know, it's a completely different experience.
It's like chaos.
Yes.
But like a video game, you're playing the same level over and over. You got to run into the same field. But the pinball machine, when you hit a multi-ball, it just turns into absolute chaos, and that gives you that endorphin rush. And really gets you going sometimes.
Yeah, I looked it up, and there's a whole science behind the multi-ball being used. Like, there's an article about multi-ball and the chemicals it releases when you're having to try and finagle all those balls, but you're doing it.
Oh, yeah.
They're saying it's like literally an unmatched feeling. Like, it is like you've hit like a level of nirvana.
Actually, talking about the casino aspect of it, these games, all the previous and current pinball manufacturers have a deep hand in actual slot machines and stuff.
Really? So they know what they're doing. There is a psychology.
Oh yeah, they've been practicing this for years. Like Bally Pinball back in the day, which became a workout place. They were specifically slot machines. That was their bread and butter.
Hold on, Bally's was originally a pinball or a slot machine?
Different company than Bally's.
It's
like I thought they went from pinball to working out.
Well, it's like GM Motors has, like a million different things underneath it. Same kind of idea, big corporation with, trying out different avenues to make money.
So Andrew, going back to you
got
being
a deep voice today.
You sound good, man. Yeah, I like it. The ladies in the room like it. He's
I usually
taking
talk a little
ladies.
bit like Norman Noisley up top of it.
No, you're good. You're good. He's taking ladies.
You mentioned that you were a tournament player. Yes. How do you get good at pinball? Because it seems like you're just slapping the ball with the paddle, and it's is there hand-eye coordination involved in like an actual skill? Like
there's lots of skills that you can actually just YouTube, even just learning just some of the names of them, like dead flipping. When you actually don't flip the ball, it just bounces off to the flippers to the other side. You want to really catch the ball, take your time, and make shots. Really becoming a really good player is half learning how to make the shots and then half being defensive. And
Ross and I were talking about that. We got on Ross and I are geeking out about this so hard, and we started looking at like what he's talking about how like the best shot, if the ball's coming down to your, let's say your left flipper, the best shot for you may not be just to whack it as hard as you can straight up. It might be better to let it bounce off the flipper and then hit it to the other side, because you're going for that spaceship. The mini game is you got to hit the spaceship to kill the aliens, and if you don't hit the spaceship, so you might as well aim for the spaceship, and you use like the skill to kind of bank it off of stuff.
There's actually like I left you guys with some sliders underneath the machine so you could easily move it around the shop. But the way we play in my area, if this is going straight down the middle, you just take the game and you move it to the right a little bit, and it might give you a danger, but you cheat your ass off.
So okay, all right. So
and there's actually, when it goes out the right side, there's a way that it's called death saving. I won't do it on the left side, but I can actually shake the machine and get the ball back up.
now, is that cheating?
Oh yeah, very much.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, okay.
So in,
I like this.
in
I
the
like that he
tournament,
knows how to do it.
Yeah, in the tournament, you're like, all right, you're out.
Okay, gotcha. So, Andrew, like, let's talk about like the actual business of pinball.
Okay.
So, the Pinball Dudes is actually located in Jupiter, Florida.
Yeah,
So
let's talk a little bit about what they can provide, for our listeners.
Because what the interesting part of when we had a meeting about the advertising is the rental aspect of them that you do, and I never even thought that people would rent pinball machines and then you change them out and stuff. But I was like, that is pretty brilliant, especially if you want a new one in your business every once in a while.
Yeah. I mean, it's not as convenient as GameFly when you could just send a laser disc to your house to flip a video game, but it's damn close, I'd say.
How'd you even get into the business aspect of it?
That happened kind of randomly in a way. Let's see. About 2 years ago, I had who's my customer now? A gentleman reached out to me. He's the owner of a kava bar, and he was looking to buy a game. And I didn't want to sell off my games, but I was like, I'll rent you a game. And we made an agreement, came up with something, and then slowly, so that was one store in Melbourne, Kava Sutra, great chain there.
Oh, nice.
But they're mostly in like the Fort Lauderdale, from there to actually up in here in Orlando, but now. But
can you get us free kava?
If you go down the street.
I'm back on Kratom too.
Kava Kratom. I was explaining to my wife what kava was. I didn't even know, but I I was like, it makes you feel good. I know that.
And the last time, I'm gonna try.
Get addicted to it.
I'm gonna try butt chugging again. Have you ever butt chugged? Yeah, I heard it makes your pinball. I heard it makes you better at pinball.
You put one in there and hold it for a little bit. It might do better.
You just stand on your head with a vodka bottle.
So they were the first ones to kind of rent a machine.
Yeah, they've. So I started with one about 2 years ago, and then a year ago that customer grew and then introduced me to. Basically, they were like franchisees, and so he introduced me to another owner, and now I have 5 locations with one game in each of them. And I keep basically 2 extra Stern. They're basically all new Stern Pros, but each one's different. And I keep 2 extra to be able to rotate out. And in case something goes down, I will swoop in and switch it out. Because I told them I prorate them after a week if I can't get in there and fix it.
Gotcha. I like that, man. That's cool.
So the Pinball Dudes, you could buy a pinball machine. You could. You guys actually purchase pinball machines. Like sell.
The Pinball Dudes is actually a Stern distributor, kind of like a car dealership.
Nice.
Okay.
Like we buy the stock from Stern, and then it's our job to sell it to the public.
Okay.
Or to arcades and stuff like that's on the shirt right there.
There you go.
But so 2 years ago, basically, since I started working, I started collecting my own games, but I branched out on by myself to start doing the rentals, which my boss is very proud of me. He's like, I can't believe you're taking that money and making more.
Well, I think it's cool. I mean, like it's like you're taking a passion and like adding like a different layer to it. It is pretty cool. Mm-hmm. Also, I feel like with pinball machines, as hardy as they are, let's talk about that for a second. Are they pretty much like, because you are dropping them off at bars, arcades. These are places that people are drinking and walking around.
They
and
look delicate because you showed me the guts of that thing and the board, the circuit board and stuff.
I'm sure it's complicated. Yeah.
You know, you get someone Chris Farley falls through the glass of the front.
Yeah.
You know, like I mean, it could be destroyed easily.
Or are they pretty hardy?
They're fairly hardy. I mean, I've heard of horror stories where people, having bar fights and being dropped into the glass and such.
Oh my God, that's a terrible way. It's also very embarrassing. Imagine if some dude picks me up and throws the little guy in the pinball machine. You're a pinball.
But luckily, the kava bars they're very
chill.
Everybody
in there's blasted. Everyone in there is straight blasted.
It's an opium den in there.
So far, it's been a very good experience on that
like
side.
Indiana Jones is in there looking for. I'm playing Indiana Jones now. You're gonna get a lot of Indiana Jones jokes for the next month because I'm playing the game.
Andrew, I got a question for you.
Sure.
So, like, obviously, you deal in retro games and new games and stuff. And now, how many new games do they put out a year? And how did they determine what brand they're going to partner with? Because I'm sure that you have to go through, like, a licensing deal. Like, obviously, we've got Godzilla. Like, someone owns the rights to Godzilla. Stern had to pay for that.
And it's so detailed. It has the Godzilla music, multiple Godzilla music that you can flip through. It has officially licensed video of Godzilla, Baby Godzilla, Mecha Godzilla, all the Godzillas.
Yeah.
It's got like actual audio from movies. It's got so many hidden things. I got the one thing where it was like, do you want to change the background music while you fight Mothra? I'm like, yes, I do. And I'm like, like it's insane.
I'm like, how'd they choose Godzilla? Like,
yeah,
why,
like what is?
Well, luckily that specific title has been Stern's most popular game of the last 10 years.
That one?
Really, Godzilla?
Yeah, that one, when it came out, instantly became the #1 on. There's all kinds of website lists, blah blah blah.
I can see why. It's like as a non-pinball guy, I played it like twice, and I'm like, I'm addicted to. Like this is really.
The design is really flowing and really like most of the time there's just 2 flippers down at the bottom, and you're just kind of shooting across this thing. With the added 3rd flipper up top, and just the way it zooms around, it's pretty. When it came out of the gate, it was like wow. So
how did they determine who they're going to partner with and like what is popular?
That's kind of like I do kind of understand the insides of that, but like these games are being worked on for years. Like the most recent ones that came out, they just did Metallica remastered. So they got back with they had an old Metallica game, but without the LCD screen and all that. So now I think they got jealous and they came back and remade it with all like concert footage and all that good stuff.
And so like now they were like they saw what Godzilla brought to the table, and they're like, man, we got to do a. Like I guess it's almost like It's almost like you know when you're talking about artists and you talk about their multimedia artists. Like that's what pinball is. Like that's not a video game, but it has video game. It's not a pinball machine purely, but it has that.
But Metallica is a kind of a perfect band to
good music for the game. Yeah.
Well, just the age demographic of Metallica.
There's a certain amount of 40 to 60-year-olds that have a lot of money.
Yeah.
So, and they like Metallica.
They love some Metallica.
Yeah, they also like Snoop Dogg. That's another one.
We haven't had a rap pinball machine come out yet, but you never know what's going to happen with that.
There should be
if someone was going to do it, Snoop Dogg would probably be the forefront.
Why don't we get in front of it and make it a Jelly Roll pinball machine and make it the biggest pinball machine ever made?
That is too young.
No, you make it gigantic. You make it a big. You make it a big fat pinball machine, and when you hit the one flipper, it eats its boogers.
So like,
I knew you were going to say that.
Obviously,
I'm addicted to it.
Besides from Godzilla, what are some other like obviously more of a popular brand that is popular within pinball? Because I figured like your Superman, your Batman, your Marvel, like that seems to me like that.
But
would
I like
be
the
hugely
music
popular.
ones. Like I like Guns N' Roses, pinball. Like
there is one of those.
Yeah,
so
I like
Guns
the
N'
music
Roses,
ones.
Music ones. There's been Guns N' Roses, Led Zeppelin, Iron Maiden. I own Foo Fighters, which was pretty cool.
Oh, that's cool.
That one's different. They didn't go for like they went for an interesting design on that one. It's the Foo Fighters versus aliens, basically. And it's all animated of them saving the world. It's pretty cool.
If you do 500,000, Dave Grohl's new baby pops out and waves to you. Yeah. Like, I'm a bastard.
Just to give you the list of the 7 games I have a Venom, Stranger Things, Deadpool.
Oh, Stranger Things has to be popular.
Stranger Things got to be awesome.
That one has a UV kit in it, so like it goes dark and it changes. There's
that. They do the upside down, right?
Yeah, the upside down area. There's artwork made into the playfield that only is activated by the UV lights.
See, they have to get like super creative because they're using practical effects, which to me.
Yeah, the lighting that pinball machines have are super interesting.
It's unbelievable.
Because you're right, it is practical effects with the sounds, the bells, the lighting. Like
it's very much like how movies now are swinging back to practical effects. There's a reason that the movie Terrifier 3 dominated. It's not that it's an amazing movie, guys. You know it's not. But it's got practical effects that people see, and it does something to us where we're like, that's horrible, or that's real, or that there's a different set of chemical. Yeah. I think our eyes look at CGI now and almost like push it away.
There is a pendulum swing back.
Yes.
Just like there are people shopping at the malls and stuff. Like, it does. People are like, I'm a little tired of the all digital.
Yeah. You're going to see a lot more practical effects, which means you're probably going to see a lot more pinball machines, which I'm absolutely okay with.
I would say pinball started coming back hard about 8 years ago. Definitely pre-pandemic. There's couple of New York bars called Barcades started up, and then you'd see them pop up all over the place. Like, I mean, you guys have been involved with the Pinball Lounge. I just want to say hi to Kurt Van Zyl also.
What's up,
That's
guys?
where I cut my chops doing tournaments mostly.
What's the most you ever won in a tournament?
Oh, I never won money. I was making finals near the end.
That's
but
awesome.
I actually stopped playing because I was doing too much drinking. And
Okay.
like, you're there for like 6 or 7 hours, and
Yeah.
I was usually making finals, but I was like, I don't even care.
You were like, you're there, then drinking the whole time.
I was like, I'm on my
bowling.
I'm on my 4th pitcher of beer right now. I could care less about this.
So what are some other brands?
That's fantastic.
The Stranger Things, that's a perfect brand to partner
yeah.
with because it's retro and new at the same time.
Yeah. Oh, definitely.
So they just came out with I have a Jaws, the shark
Jaws.
movie.
That's a good one.
Star Wars, Godzilla's right there, Foo Fighters, and Deadpool. I also have a really old school one called Meteor, which was from 1980.
I used to like the old school. We're probably not going to get these, but I used to like the old school ones where they would draw women with giant boobs and draw their nipples.
Yeah.
Do you have some? Is there some naughty?
Can you get me a naughty pinball machine for me and Tom?
I can at least get you a back glass that has.
Yeah,
exactly
we
what
want we want the big novelty, and then because my dad, we'd walk by, my dad would be like, "Oh yeah, hubba hubba," you know.
Dolly Parton has exactly.
Yeah,
what
like
you're looking for.
Russ Meyer. Remember the old Russ Meyer movies, the exploitation movies, where he just like would cast big-breasted women to be chased by bikers.
So, Andrew, who is your stereotypical buyer of pinball machines? Because it's funny. I was texting a rich listener, and he's building a man cave.
We have a lot of listeners that are into pinball, dude.
I gave him your number. I was like, dude, if you're building a man cave, the pinball machine is perfect for this.
Yes.
Because it is a piece of art and a piece of furniture that ties a room. You know, there's nothing like a pinball machine that does what I'm talking about. It was like where it has the element of, hey, this is the game. This is a fun, this like, and also I'm not cheap. I bought a pinball machine because they are not cheap.
I invested in fun.
But who's your stereotypical?
I usually see like 35 to, retirees. A lot of retirees go back for the old school games that they grew up with. Like, we carry everything from like you guys said before, like mostly like 70s through the 2000s are old school games. We carry also all kinds of, like our main thing is that we get the new games new in the box, and we trade those out with customers that want to upgrade. And like basically like, again, a car dealership. You're trading in your old hunk of junk. And we'll go through it. We LED it all out, make sure everything's working perfectly, like test it, play test it, and then up the price and sell it out.
What is the hardest part when are you a technician, or did you have to be trained? Or?
It's like any kind of technician field where you kind of just learn on the job.
Learn on the job. I love it. That makes it even cooler. What's the hardest part when you're in there working on one of these machines? Is there one thing that you're like, oh God, if it's that, I hate doing it?
Well, yeah, I haven't learned on the circuit boards yet myself, but well, it's quite that's a tough spot. But just I love working on them actually.
Yeah,
there's nothing because like really when you break it down, I used to do AC work for 12 years, so like even thinking about trying to work on something, you kind of just break it down into little things like, oh, the flippers aren't working.
Sure.
Well, I know how to work on this. Oh, this isn't working. You don't worry about the whole thing. You focus on the parts.
The companies like Malley and Stern, will a machine like Godzilla, if they make 2 of them and you play both of them, will there be nuances on each one, or will they feel pretty damn close to each other?
Every single one of them is different depending on how it's set up. Like the
I
legs,
think that's cool too.
The legs specifically are tilted left to right or front to back, so the pitch of it specifically will be different. And every single one of them is a little different. Yeah, like that's especially like I was telling you about tournament playing. I have a few friends that had home games and they go to the arcade and try to blow up the ones that they know, but they're too good at their games, so it handicaps them trying to play the
it's
one.
like playing somebody else's drum set.
Yeah.
I bet. I bet it feels like that.
Well, it seems like the pinball machine holds its value,
like a Rolex or something.
As weird as that to say, like it sounds, is like because they only make a certain amount each year. How does that work? Whereas like you buy a pinball machine, seems like you can sell it later for. I mean, sometimes you hit the lottery, you sell it more because it becomes sought after. But I just imagine they don't go down to like hundreds of dollars. Like they always hold a certain amount of value.
Yeah. Is that true?
So I always, especially for angry wife, I was like, this is a playable investment. What you just bought.
I like this. Write that down.
So like it does hold its value very well. Like Godzilla, when that first came out, there was a limited supply, and people were buying them for more than what they were. If they were able to get one, they were able to flip it and make more money.
Okay.
It's like anything. Once when the demand falls off a little bit, they do lose a little bit of value. But like certain games retain their value more so than this. Like Godzilla, even with 10,000 plays on that, which is a lot. I could still, like, I bought it for, they're $7,000, $7,500 right out of the box. I could still get probably like $65,000 to $6,000 for it.
That's
and you get a lot of hours on it.
It's got lots and lots of hours.
Holy crap!
Through
dude.
rentals, basically, I'm pretty
That's actually
certain,
better than my watches did at the time. I'm sure I could have.
But see, me, I'm putting them out in the public to play and making money off them. So I've already, on that machine I've had for 2 years, I know I've made my money back on that machine. I could still take it. And
now
sell
that
it.
One's been out.
Yeah, that one's.
Because it doesn't look. I wouldn't know that.
Yeah, if you look on the right side of it, it's seen some battle action.
Interesting.
But yeah, the decals on the outsides are fairly, like you go scratching them up. Yeah, they come off. But the wood on them actually is rock solid.
That's interesting, man.
So let's say someone wants a pinball machine in their business or for their house, and maybe they want to rent it out because they do want to change them out, and have a new one in every. Hey, what do you recommend? Like, how often do you change them?
My whole scheme with doing the rental so far, I've noticed that basically after 2 to 3 months, the interest drops off.
Okay.
Like it turns into like just in a house, it would turn into the folding table and that type of thing.
Yeah.
So my plan is basically I'm charging roughly about $500 a month for rentals, and the 7 that I told you earlier are my Stern Pros that I have. As I grow more, get more locations, I buy another one, I buy another one, buy another one, and then my list just gets bigger and bigger. So every 3 months I come in, I change it out, I give you a fresh, new, clean game. I handle all the transportation and all that. Anything breaks, you have my number. You give me.
That's awesome.
Like I told Dan earlier, I for my locations, I never had to do it yet, but if it's down for a week, I prorate them for the next month.
Sure,
and
that's fair.
And give you basically $100 back.
And again, Andrew's cell phone number is 321-591-1062. You could text him or call him. thepinballdudes.net. What's the most expensive pinball machine that you've seen as far as like a collector's item?
Yeah, is there one that is there a one of one or a?
Well, there's a few that always ring the bells for being in the business. Your Addams Families from the '90s, Indiana Jones from the '90s. Those are always like $10,000 plus.
Jeez, Louise, man.
These Stern machines, that's your base model. So there's a premium model that has a little more bells and whistles. On that one, the building goes up and down.
Yeah, I was trying to describe this to Tom when you first brought it in. I was trying to figure out which one this was because I've seen them go 3 different models where it's like they'll do a base, they'll do a mid-tier, and then they do this one. It's like, so you can spend 6, you can spend 8, or you can spend like 12.
Yeah, exactly. That's the limited edition that you're talking about.
Yeah, tell us about a limited edition. What difference would it have?
Each model comes out with all 3 tiers, but the limited edition they make right off the bat, they make 5 to 1,000 of them. They're all marked with numbers, so you got your panel, your plate that tells you.
I love it. I love it. I love stuff like that. This is for me.
It's got a certificate in there.
I love certificates. Give me all of them. Oh yeah, give me number, and if I get number 2, not good enough. Should have been 1.
The back glass is always mirrored, so you can it's very fancy. And then it's got different decals on the side, and they also powder coat the legs and usually put some kind of fancy armor around the buttons.
So just like a little, they just up it a little. It's like Aldi versus VW.
Yeah, it's supposed to have all the bells and whistles right off the bat.
I love it.
Now we didn't put this out there yet, but Andrew left $100 inside our pinball machine, and me and Daniel have been discussing because Andrew's like, hey, for your guests, they could play, and then the highest score at the end of this run will get the $100 cash. And I want to expand it even further to BDMs out there.
Yes.
You got to be a BDM.
You have to be currently a paying BDM.
And send us either show@tomandan.com or tom@tomandan.com. Send us an email with a picture of you using any sponsor, even the Pinball Dudes, any sponsor of ours.
Especially the Pinball Dudes. I feel like if you do that, yeah, come on in.
And then we're going to be inviting random BDMs in the studio.
Little pinball party.
Monday through Friday. We, some Fridays, some random days, and then just come and try to beat Daniel's score, try to get the highest score.
I am the current grand champion. I think I have 253,000.
Oh yeah,
is my score.
And
I was thinking everybody else is going to get a few shots. You guys might not be able to.
Right. Yeah. that was after. Actually, that wasn't after that much. But Ross and I are dedicated. Like Ross and I are straight addicted to it.
Yeah. Every time I go to play it, I'm like, I got to do this business first, and then I sit there and then I tell myself, I'll never be fun because I always I should be doing this.
Ross and I were having a discussion last night about how we wish that you could feel what we feel with the pinball machine.
No, I know.
We were having that.
I see you guys over there. I'm like, look at them. As I'm doing
those
business.
smiles.
I'm going to tell you something embarrassing that I wasn't going to say, but Ross and I actually high-fived over pinball.
I know you guys
That is embarrassing. We were like, yeah. We wanted to chest bump.
No,
like we're on the
happens.
Knicks or something.
You blow it up one time and then you're high-fiving everybody in the bar. You're
It's
like,
really fun. Yeah.
Put my name on it.
It's really fun, man.
So if you want to purchase a pinball machine, if you want to drive over to Jupiter to the Pinball Dudes location and just play all the different pinball machines.
You can do that too.
They have a huge showroom, all the pinball machines set up, and it's open play. People can go and see the one that they like and then purchase it. And Andrew will deliver it to you. Set it up in your house. Yeah. Make sure you tell them a Tom and Dan listener, obviously. And anywhere in Florida, Andrew, you'll deliver?
Basically, I do everything except for the Panhandle and Miami. We got a guy from Miami.
Yeah,
there you go.
My boss is like, no.
Yeah. He's right. Your boss is right. You go down to Miami.
Never come back.
You don't know. There's a lot of scammers down there. Well, Andrew, I appreciate
you, man.
your
And appreciate you listening for all the years, man. Very nice to meet you.
Yeah, and again, it's thepinballdudes.net, and it's Andrew 321-591-1062. Give him a text, and we will be right back.
Awesome. We're still on Twitch and YouTube, just so you know.
Yeah, that flew by.
Dude, you did great.
I know, yeah.
You did really,
I was like,
really
God.
good. You did great. That was perfect.
Dang it, I had all these notes.
No. Well, it goes by.
You know what's
so
funny is
fast.
you never need them. We write down for every Friday show, and we know them.
I was like, oh man,
You did good.
it's a good thing I didn't write up a 1 minute comedy because I was going to. I was gonna be like, today's jokes, blah 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 blah, and the number one joke is always about how Russ is fat.
We used to do those all the time.
It was an equation.
That was it.
There's Savannah.
Thanks again for doing it, dude.
Yeah, it's something I've been trying to get my boss to.
Yeah, it's cool. I think it's a cool idea, and I wish you the best with it.
Yeah, pinball, bringing it up, that was my idea. Bring it over. I was just like, let's see if they'll go for it.
Yeah.
Should have seen Tom because he was like, can you bring it back on Tuesday? I was like, no man, it's once or never. It's now or never. It's like, oh, sure fit.
Yeah, it's fun. It fit perfectly. It actually looks better than what we had there, I think.
I'll move the arcade one up.
Well, thanks for coming in, dude.
Look under the hood of that thing for a minute?
Yeah. I gotta find it if we're recording more though. From Tom. I forget if we're doing knocking the 6 out real fast.
Getting ready for vacation?
Yeah, we have to front load all these shows, so my voice kind of took a shitty time to dump out. It's getting better, yeah. It's healing. At least I didn't do anything, terrible to it. I thought I had. But they put the scope in my nose, and it was fucking terrible. 34 men's. I got are we knocking this out?
Yeah,
more.
We'll just knock out the
Okay.
the last
He's gonna play.
9
All right.
minutes,
We can knock it out while he's playing.
and then we'll talk about that Merritt Island video.
You want to talk about that for the 9?
Yeah, I figure.
Okay, we can do that. I kind of thought I was dying, Jackal. But it still feels weak, but it's definitely getting better. It's on the mend. They put me on a steroid pack for all the inflammation that they do not like. Oh, he just removed the glass. We get to watch this all on camera. Pretty cool. I'm just dumping this real fast.
Yeah.
Oh, Disney Diva. I didn't see that. I will look into that. Is that a specific brand name? So you guys get to see all of that. It does look very delicate when he opens it. I don't like that at all.
Wait,
that's anxiety in a box right there.
The under circuit boards of it.
Shit.
It is nuts.
That is bananas, dude.
Yeah.
But I do like it because I think I could work on it. So there's a part of me that looks at that and goes like, oh yeah, I could do that.
Yeah, yeah.
Because I fix dumb shit in here.
Because
not well, but I do it, All right, we're good. All right, I got the Merritt Island video. Here we go. 3. I'll bring us back. 3, 2. Welcome back to A Corporate Time.
So I was scrolling through TikTok the other day, and
oh, by the way, I forgot to tell you this. You got our caller, the historian, addicted to TikTok.
Okay, well, yeah.
And he's been calling, and he's highly addicted to it now.
Yeah,
like
yeah,
he's
yeah,
in.
yeah,
He's
well,
in there.
Yeah, well, I love things you get addicted to. That's my thing.
I'm addicted to pinball now. Did you know that? I have a new addiction now.
Yeah. So I saw this video, and it looked like one of these holiday boat parades.
I love a holiday boat parade.
And it said Merritt Island. So I was like, it's Merritt Island's holiday boat parade.
As a 3-year-old boy, I stood on the bank of the St. John's and I watched the Ku Klux Klan in the DeLand boat parade playing I'm Dreaming of a White Christmas from the front of the boat. And I guess it was...
it wasn't that long ago.
It wasn't that long ago.
It wasn't like we're talking the 80s, right?
I remember we walked down there. We saw it. My mom turned me around. We got back in the car. We drove home.
Yeah. When they signed up, you can say no, right? Like, you can't say, I don't think
that's good for the Christmas vibe.
Yeah.
I'm not feeling that.
Why didn't they do that? Why didn't they say, like, hey, this is not part of the Christmas spirit?
Because they agreed with it. That's the sad part. Is because they were like, these guys are awesome.
No, not in the 80s, right?
Or maybe they didn't know. Maybe they didn't know.
Well, it says it in the thing.
Didn't
right?
this happen?
Or maybe they just
This
up.
just happened like a month ago. They were having some MAGA boat parade and some Nazis just pulled out and got in it. I think Nazis love getting in a boat parade. Nazis love boat parades. Prove me wrong. I'm like sitting at the desk. Prove me wrong. They're always in boat parades.
Although, don't they like
the number one person to come uninvited?
Military boots and
the number one person to come uninvited to a boat parade. If you just like North America, based on everything I've seen on 2 accounts that I can cite, I can do footnotes. Nazis. Love. So I don't love Nazis. They love boat parades is what I'm saying.
So
I hate Nazis.
I see this video and it looks like someone standing on a pier and videotaping down at this boat, which looks like and it's I've never seen this before because when
you've seen these jet skis that are like this, right?
Not where it looks exactly like a sports car.
Yeah, they're always on qualified captain, and there's always like a special. It always looks like your friend, Fast Talking Joe. It's always Fast Talking Joe. It's always Fat Joe driving. He's got like some novelty Santa hat on or something. It's Fat Joe driving a jet ski that looks like a Viper.
Yeah. Okay.
Yes, this is an epidemic.
So, and it's jet powered. It's as fast as a jet ski. It's not like the old school, when they turn cars into boats, like they're slow as hell. They fold the tires up and they barely
don't forget to fold the tires.
They barely go. Yeah. This thing's hauling ass like a jet ski. Anyway, there's the driver, it's Merritt Island Fat Joe is driving.
Right.
And then
do you want to see it? You want me to put it up? Okay.
let's play it.
No,
and a lot of people probably saw this video.
Yeah, I could slow it down too. I'll put the audio on.
And
here.
it is graphic because he crashes into another boat. So there's this a chick on the back of it. Okay, there it is. Yeah, and then the chick's like, yeah, and then he hauls ass, and then they were going, boom!
Oh my god!
And he rams into a flats boat.
Oh my god!
That's also in the parade, and there's someone.
Oh, that's a classic boat right there that just got wrecked.
Is it a classic boat?
No. That's the flats boat. You're
okay.
right. The classic boat. I thought he hit the classic boat. I was like, oh, that'd be bad.
And someone was sitting. You know that.
Oh my god!
You know, like the platform that a flats fisherman would stand above his outboard to fish,
or to pee.
Someone's sitting on that, and then the jet ski, the car jet ski boat.
Here, I slowed it down. Here, I slowed it down.
Okay,
you can do this. You can do this thing now where you can slow it down. So there's the classic. That lady's got a glow stick. She's vibing.
Yeah. And then
and here he comes in his what looks to be like a Camaro, right? Doesn't that look like a sort of like a Camaro?
Yeah, like a Camaro, like a convertible Camaro jet ski.
He's got his
boat.
baddie. Look, he's got a baddie in the right passenger seat.
And so he takes off, and he gets squirrely. I don't know why he couldn't steer out of I think he and then
he thought he could whip it around. I think.
And then instead of whipping it around, he just nails this boat and rockets the person sitting on that platform off. You know, people had to go to the hospital, and I read some article where they called a helicopter at first.
Oh, broken neck and back.
Yeah, it was bad.
Thank you, Shred Bear, in the chat room. Well, our hearts go out to that person. You didn't deserve that. Jesus Christ.
So the person driving in this, right? So he. Obviously, the crowd was.
You know what I hate?
This is the peel out. This is the
No,
we
you know
see
what
these.
I hate?
What?
He's doing one thing that literally gives me so much anxiety.
What?
The worst thing you can possibly do, the most embarrassing thing, is to almost kill somebody with a Santa hat on. I hate it. It's like chalkboard. Like you're doing a chalkboard to me. I'm thinking about I'm so triggered right now. This is how weak I am. I'm thinking about doing any drunk driving and you kill a family, and then and you pull you out, you have a Santa hat on. It's just it's like nails on a chalkboard. It's like, oh my god, when you're dressed festive and you kill people, I'm like, it bothers me so bad.
Also, the girl in the boat, she does another embarrassing thing where she's like, woo! And she stands
she's
up.
She's vibing, dude.
She does.
She's showing off a little bit.
She's doing a party girl dance, and then the guy takes off, and then. Because there's nothing that kills a party girl dance more than
Santa getting arrested.
than if you almost kill the boater in front of you.
Yeah. Now, what I do, I'd immediately take my Santa hat off. Quick, fast. I put it in a glove box.
Because
put it in your glove box.
Here's another thing boaters like to do. They like to shame the boaters that are being irresponsible. I know this firsthand.
Oh, did you read the qualified
they're like,
captain?
what the hell are you doing, bro?
Did you read what the qualified captain said?
Oh,
he said the nerdiest thing I've ever heard, and I don't really agree with him. He was like, let your ability as being a captain prove to those around you and make them want to ride on your vessel because safety is I'm like, what the hell are you talking about, dude? Nobody says that.
You know where they screwed up? Calling every person that is driving a boat a captain? We are not a captain. we are just boat owners. Yeah. We have no idea.
Enthusiasts.
We didn't take a course. I didn't, I learned by doing. And I'm drunk most of the time, you understand? So we don't know, we understand a broad sense of what you should and shouldn't do, but it's not and we know what the red and green buoys mean, and then how to...
A little bit. Which marker side of the marker to stay on or whatever.
Like idle speed, what that,
I mean, obviously this dude got cited, right?
Oh, yeah. I mean, yeah.
And I'll tell you right now, everybody on any Florida fishing website or boat website, they hate these car boats so much. Oh, they hate your car boats.
They haul ass, though, but they do hate them. Yeah.
Where do you buy a car boat? I feel like we got to get one of these.
I mean, it's probably insanely expensive. I don't even know. Like I said, this is
Was this guy drunk? Do we know? Did anything come out?
Probably not, because when you're doing these boat parades, there's tons of boat cops out that are like organizing it.
Every time we're out, there's tons of boat cops out. And I am literally, I can't even open my eyes. Like, I don't even know where I'm at. I don't even know if I'm on your boat or not.
Yeah. Could be drunk. I mean, if he was drunk, obviously he'd be in real trouble.
I think you're done.
Because now it's just like reckless driving because he shouldn't have. Now, I don't even know.
I'm going to look for one of these.
I don't know. Like you get a careless driving boat ticket or whatever because of reckless driving, and then you cause an accident.
Okay, here it is. I found
bodily harm.
Not that hard to find. I found it.
So yeah, that's it.
All right, this is it.
Of course, that has Miami airbrush on the side. This is a Miami thing.
Hold on, I gotta find this. All right, here we go.
So does this go out of water and then drive on the land too?
Don't know. No, I don't believe so.
Okay,
I think this just stays in the water.
Okay, yeah. So
there's a bunch of different. Okay, here's the motorcycle one. Oh, that is a hunk of crap.
So it just looks like a car on the water, but it's
just like fiberglass.
It's a jet boat essentially.
Yeah, and then they have here's a G-Wagon.
What does it cost?
$98,000.
God.
Yeah, this is a G-Wagon one.
That's an expensive
this one's $82,000. The one that looks sort of like a mid-engine Corvette.
Because it's essentially
here's the one the guy had. $82,000. He was driving an $82,000 two-seat jet ski boat.
Okay, that is super expensive.
Way too expensive.
And also like novelty. You know what I'm saying? Like besides from parades and like maybe I guess you're going to Disappearing Island. It's you have some chick on the side with her top off. And
look,
I like
it. I like it too. That's why I will buy any cool vehicle that you may think is douchey. So, did you see the girl in the passenger seat?
I mean, she loves it.
Yeah, and not bad, right? I would say, I mean, other than the wreck, defending a monster.
Okay, well,
defending a monster.
All right, well, let's.
I think you got to do it. Hold on, I got this theme song somewhere. I got to find it.
He was trying to entertain the crowd that was cheering for him on the pier.
Hold on, I got your theme song. I do have it.
Okay, all right.
I have the brand new "Defending a Monster" theme song from our good friend Jackal.
Yeah. All right.
Here we go.
Okay, here we go.
Hey, 1, 2, hey. I can't hear it. Hey. Tell me a story that's kind of murdery. I'll say that I can understand the motivation. Evil and trickery easily explained to me. I will debate that there's justification. You know you'll never win. There's no use in arguing. I'm gonna use my powers of persuasion. Stalin was kind of rad. Hitler wasn't all that bad. I will convince you all to listen to me in the end. Come on and follow me to great morality. This segment's all about defending a monster. Terrible stories don't seem so bad to me. I'm feeling empathy defending a monster. I'm defending a monster. I'm defending a monster.
Defending a Monster, brought to you by Viking Lock Service.
There you go. Yes. Welcome back to Defending. We're not doing that.
Viking's
we're not.
No, I don't want to sponsor this.
We're not doing that.
I don't want to sponsor
We're not
this.
defending the monsters.
He was trying to entertain the crowd on the
He
pier.
was.
Okay, so his intention was
What was
entertaining.
his last thing he said? What was the last thing he said? Did you see it? Let's go to the tape.
Okay, what did he say?
Let's go to the tape. You're going to hear it in slow motion.
All right.
Here he goes. He goes right here. He'll say it. You'll hear him. Y'all have a great Christmas.
Okay,
he was saying, y'all have a great Christmas. Let the record
yeah.
reflect.
And, the state of Florida let this guy buy this thing with no training whatsoever.
Oh, yeah.
Because they let me drive my boat with no training.
Another defense, he may have thought he was buying a car. No one knows. No one knows.
Yeah.
No one knows.
So really, he's trying to entertain the crowd.
Yeah.
He said, y'all have a great Christmas.
He thought he was in a car, obviously, because it looks like he's driving a sports car.
The state of Florida legally let this man drive this thing without any training, and, he made a mistake.
Let him go. Merry Christmas. Let him go.
So, all right. We'll see you tomorrow.
Okay. All right, y'all. Is that lunch now?